All right. It is Patreon Tuesdays. It is your girl Amber, aka Watch Amber. I'm the co-founder of the Herpes Can Never movement. My confidence is contagious. I help women heal on purpose. I've been called to help women feel unashamed, empowered, and worthy, and I'm using my real life experiences to do so. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Shout out to the Patreons. Shayna, hand it over to you.
My name is Shayna Singleton, aka the Herpes Goddess, and yes, having me is a big flex. I am the founder of the Herpes Can Never movement, growing the largest herpes awareness community of over 230K. The mission is to make everyone feel uncomfortable until the herpes community feels comfortable being open about their status and proud of their sexuality. I'm so happy to have you all here with us tonight on Healing Tuesdays.
Yes.
We get together and we work through our shit so we can get over this herpes stigma together. So, Amber, before I have some questions today. I got some journal prompts today, but I don't know what you have today. I wasn't able to talk to my partner. So, whatever you have, Queen.
I don't specifically have anything as far as what I want to do as far as prompt the group, but I will say that you guys are the first to kind of know that Shayna and I have been working on a journal ourselves, and how much this Tuesday night call for me has helped. You know, like when I traditionally thought of journaling, I just think about like writing my thoughts, just like writing what comes to my mind. But on these calls, when we kind of have our like specific prompts or guides, it's just really already done so much for me that I appreciated the value in that, to where it inspired us to be creating something that we can't really wait to share with the group. So I really appreciate Tuesdays, and I'm glad you guys are here. And I look forward to hearing you guys' responses to your journal prompts. So thank you for showing up. That's what I wanted to say.
Well, that was perfect. Everybody have their pen and paper?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm going to be doing this journal with y'all. These are journal questions that I haven't done myself.
And hello to everyone in the room. I'm so happy you guys are here. Patreon family.
Oh, I got y'all pen and paper. Let me get mine. Okay. This one's going to be timed 30 minutes.
Hold on. 30 minutes.
No, not 30 minutes. I'm lying. 30 minutes be right. That's it.
I was about to say, ain't gonna be saying nothing to each other.
This 30 seconds, y'all. What makes you strong? Starting now. All right, time's up.
Whew, time be flying.
All right. Second question. What makes you soft? Starting now. All right, cancel. Before we get on to the other questions, let's reflect on the things that make us strong and the things that make us soft. I'll share with you all first. Everything that makes me strong, -1 is what makes me soft. I put my self-love makes me strong. My son makes me strong. My mindset makes me strong, and my ability to bounce back. What makes me soft? My son, my self-love, my mindset, and family. Did anyone have the same thing going on? Because I was not expecting that for me.
I had
Yeah,
the
I
same thing
did.
going on. Marquita, what did you have?
So for strong, I put my past, heart, mind, perseverance, optimism, and value. And then for soft, I put heart, past, mind, my love, and compassion.
Mm,
So yeah, I had some similarities.
you did. I had some similarities. I put what makes me strong, my strength in being a woman, and my will to never quit, and my spirit. What makes me soft, my softness in being a woman, and I put my big heart. And that's all I got because I was writing down the questions too. I shouldn't do that, but I wanted to reflect more later. So, who else would like to share what they had?
I can share. Oh, sorry.
Okay, go ahead, Eve.
Okay. Um, so what made me strong is something that kind of like I'm not proud of, but it kind of made me realize like maybe I should change what makes me strong. But my pride and ego make me strong. When I feel weak, I feel like it's my pride and my ego that I won't allow everyone else to see how like weak I'm feeling or how much I'm struggling. So that's what keeps me strong. But I think that can also be toxic. So I had a similar reaction to where that's also what makes me soft because sometimes my pride and ego get in the way, and that's when all my emotions start piling up, and then I become overly emotional or an overthinker, and that makes me soft. So it's interesting that my biggest motivation is also like my biggest softness.
That's perfect, Eve, because you got to unpack with this journal question. So now you can explore that. And it made me think like, think of me, myself, and my ego. Because there was a point before I started my self-love journey, I stand fully in my ego. I didn't even stand with my spirit. I didn't even listen to my spirit. I had gut feelings, didn't listen to it. So I see strengths in things that make me strong and things that makes me soft while standing in my ego. And then I think about my spirit, and that list completely changes. Like my spirit list and my ego list will be completely different. I'm just thinking out loud now, thinking with everyone, because that's the thoughts that she triggered. Anyone else?
Me,
Hey, Pamela.
I said I make myself strong. My past makes me strong, and the things I've been through, which technically is my past. Um, what makes me soft is the people I love, sad things, and life situations.
Okay. Y'all ready
Thank you for sharing that, Pamela. Yes, Shayna, continue.
this one? You all will have. I'm gonna give y'all.
Don't be trying to be stingy on the time.
Okay, 2 minutes, y'all. I was struggling with the two. You was just gonna get one.
Like Shayna always be trying to be stingy with the time. Like,
Okay, all right. So, what am I unpacking, keeping, and throwing away in 2021? Starting now. What am I unpacking, keeping, and throwing away in 2021? Time is up. We're gonna pause to reflect on this question before we move forward, because this is a loaded question. Wasn't a 30-second question. What am I unpacking, keeping, and throwing away? I'm unpacking dead relationships, my need for control, and my need for information. I'm going through a lot of shifts with a lot of my friendships, and I'm having a hard time going through them. So that's me unpacking the dead relationships. I'm keeping my peace and the fact that I dream big. And I'm throwing away toxic bad habits, and I list a few toxic bad habits that I have that I want to throw away. Anybody else want to share?
I can share.
Okay.
So I'm unpacking my fears. When you said unpacking, I interpreted that as like opening it up and discovering more.
Okay.
But I'm unpacking my fears, defending respect, and practicing speaking my truth and speaking up. I'm keeping my learned lessons, prioritizing myself, setting boundaries and intentions, and I'm throwing away triggers, instant gratification, and seeking constant validation.
Thank you for sharing.
Ooh, Eve came to do some work. Lord have mercy. When she said that self needing that validation, when she said the instant gratification, I said, ooh, we.
I missed last week, so I had to come in with something.
Yes, Eve, let's do this. Let's do this dirty laundry, like Kelly Rowland said. Like she said, let's handle this, because that was powerful. Anybody else like to share?
I can. Oh,
You can go. It's okay.
oh,
Go
okay.
ahead,
Sorry.
Marquita.
Hey. Okay. So this one was. It was really personal and very like emotional. I didn't realize how much I was holding on to until like this week. I was actually thinking about this, but unpacking, I put my past, who I am, because I also thought of unpacking as like getting to the bottom of like everything. Then I put first relationships, but I can also put all my past relationships. And then I put assault. And then for keeping, I put self-love, optimism, and goals. And then for throwing away, I put first relationship, but I can also put all past relationships. And then I put past, hurt, pain, and then assault again.
Okay. I love how people interpret the question differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's dope. It really is. Pamela?
I'm unpacking bad habits that make me feel like I'm not moving forward in my life correctly. I'm throwing away all my pain, hurt, and all expectations of people and self-doubt and myself. I'm keeping self-love, the healing lines of life that I have come across.
I like that.
I love y'all's answers. Ooh, they're so good. Okay, Leslie.
Okay. I went all out of order, first of all. I was just all over the place. But I put unpacking the negative people in my life. I think that was the only thing for unpacking. And then I was keeping my self-love journey, continue finding myself eating healthy, self-confidence. And then what I'm throwing away is making myself comfortable, need to get uncomfortable. And throwing away the negative stuff from my past.
Okay.
I'm listening to all y'all responses, and I have a homework assignment.
Yeah.
I need y'all to dig into your responses. Kind of like for someone who said, unpacking the bad habits, I need you to tonight list your bad habits. Someone said friendships. I need you to list those friendships and why you have to leave them alone or keep them at bay. Just really take each portion of that question and get deep with yourself. See it on a piece of paper. You'll be surprised. You'll be very. That was me this morning. Again, my cousin's my journal accountability partner. And I've been trying to go through these not bad friendships, but these friendships that are slowly falling apart because of my growth. Our growths are not together anymore. They're going different routes. And especially for friends who've been in your life for 16 plus years, that shit, it sucks. I don't like it. Anyway, our last exercise for tonight, right? Because I wanted to end it on a positive note. It's another T chart. Make your little T. On the left side, it's going to be my joy. And on the right side, it's going to say outweighs. And I'm going to give all of us 2 minutes. Well, I'm going to give all of us 1 minute to fill this T chart out. My joy outweighs, my joy outweighs, my joy outweighs, my joy outweighs. Okay? Even if you had to list everything that is your joy and then go back to the outweighs part and find out what it outweighs. Is that a better way to do it? Do y'all want to do it like that? Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you asking what makes me joyful?
So however you want to interpret my joy, because this is your journal. Okay? And the thing is, when it comes to us, I can't really tell you what to do in your journal because you're going to read that out loud later, and only you can understand what you put in this journal. So
Right,
whatever the statement, my joy means to you, that's what you're going to put in that list. Okay? Okay. All right. So I'm going to give us 30 seconds on my joy side and 30 seconds on our ways. Okay?
Okay.
30 seconds for my joy starts now. Time's up. 30 seconds for your right side starts now. If time was too soon, go ahead and finish out your list for outweighs. Did everyone finish?
Yes. Ooh, that was a good one.
That was kind
I
of hard.
am getting emotional, y'all. This is a good night. Looking like a
Hey, guys.
scarecrow, but
Sorry,
making
I
it
hate to
happen.
interrupt. I gotta go really quickly. My parents are with a realtor and they're about to place an offer on a house, and I'm helping them out.
Okay.
I'm going to leave the call for a little bit, but I'll come right back on.
Okay. All right.
That was a good one.
I couldn't finish my last one. So I have my joy. I have my son. And I said outweighs everyone and thing.
Facts.
I didn't hesitate with that one. Hiking. My joy for hiking outweighs my joy for eating brownies and ice cream. My toxic relationship with brownies and ice cream. My joy, I love uplifting souls, and it outweighs ever being mad over people who don't care about me. And then I have cooking, and I didn't put what it outweighs.
Mm.
I don't know what cooking outweighs. I don't know what that means for me yet. So I'll dive deeper later. And I feel like again, when it's timed, we can't really give the answers that we want since we're practicing free flow. But again, later on, it is take the time to do this on your own. Give yourself 5 minutes on the clock for everything if you want, and dive in deep. Anyone else want to share?
I do.
Okay.
This was kind of hard for me, because realistically and honestly, hold on. Realistically and honestly, I was just talking about this with my friend. I spent a lot of my life sad. So I've just started to find things that bring me joy. And so I did my joys are the beach, being with people I love, outside, food, peace. And guess what? Y'all made it to my joy list, my group. And then outweighs the sad days and the loneliness. And that was all I was able to put for my outweighs.
Okay.
Yes, Pamela. I'll share mine. So I put my joy is peace, outweighs pain. I said my joy is freedom. It outweighs depression or sadness. I said my joy is my family and friends. It outweighs fake love. Then I put my joy is my purpose, and it outweighs fitting in.
I agree with Pamela. Like, I felt like a lot of my life, I feel like now is like the first time in my life that I've truly been happy and experienced joy. But the first thing that popped in my head was my little brother. Like, he is connected to my hip. But okay, so I put for my joy is my little brother and outweighs the ugly in the world. Simba, my joy Simba, which is my dog, outweighs heartache. My joy family outweighs feeling unloved. My joy me outweighs the next. My joy, which is my future, outweighs my past. And like my best friend of everything. Like when I was depressed and didn't talk to anybody for a straight year, my best friend Darius was there for me. So my joy Darius outweighs bad friendships.
Woo, we diving deep tonight.
Yeah.
And I love that. One thing I want to make sure that I tell everybody, myself included, we have to be able to answer what makes us happy and what brings us happy without including other people. I have my son here. So the next time I do this exercise, this is usually my happiness exercise. I put on a timer for myself, but my joy and happiness is about the same thing. When you do this exercise again, list things that don't require other people for your happiness. We need to learn how to do that so that when we go into relationships, we can say, my happiness is my own. You can add to it, but you can never subtract. And if you were to leave tomorrow, I would still have my happiness intact.
I love that.
Did you want to share, Queen? Oh, we lost Pamela.
Yeah, Pamela said she had to go.
Okay.
Her phone was about to die.
Okay.
Hey, go ahead, Leslie.
My phone wouldn't come off of mute, but I'll go. I put my kids outweighs the headache because they can't be a headache. My heart outweighs the hate from others. I actually added my herpes. It outweighs the stigma of my mind. And I put makeup, but I don't have an outweigh for makeup. So.
That's like me with cooking.
Yeah, she said her joy is her herpes outweighs the stigma in her mind. Okay. Big flex. Yes, herpes can never.
Oh, I got one for cooking.
What?
My joy for cooking outweighs the convenience of takeout.
Yes. Cause ain't nothing like that homemade. Woo!
That makes sense though, because now that you said that with the makeup, it outweighs me have to pay other people to do my makeup.
You see, there we go.
Which will take less time, but also cost more money.
We done figured it out.
That.
Okay. Well, that's all I have for you all for journaling today. I'm not going to journal y'all out, but I would love to see where does journaling take our conversation, because last Friday was amazing. Last Tuesday was too. We've been working.
We've been working.
So today, let's reflect on the third question. What am I unpacking? What am I keeping? And what am I throwing away? What kind of emotions did it trigger? Did it make you upset, sad, angry, shocked, ashamed, without even reading your whole answer from detail to detail? Because I left some details out too. What emotions did it bring up?
I'll go.
Okay.
I had mixed emotions with it. It was like all over the place. That's why I think I wrote all out of order like that too.
With me, I had mixed emotions as well. I felt shame when I said that I am getting rid of my toxic bad habits, and then I started to list some of my bad habits. It's the why the fuck is this still a bad habit for me? You know. But then one thing I do have to do tonight is list everything that I've done, all the bad habits that I have broken, so I can feel better about this section of my journal. And then I felt triggered when I say, what am I unpacking, when I mention dead relationships, because it's very prevalent in my life right now. And I'm learning how to work through that trigger, that emotion.
So you're going through some elevation requires separation stuff right now?
Yeah, basically. And it's me. I feel like people poke the bear a lot. And before, old me was the type, I'm gonna tell you how I feel, I'm gonna explode, everybody gonna catch hell to play, it's hell to pay. And in this time, it's just me like, damn, Shay, you only upset because you expecting so much from these people and they living their own life. It's my expectations that's bringing me my disappointments right now. So I'm battling the wild out on everybody, curse everybody out part of Shay, and the Shay, this don't got nothing to do with nobody but you. That's usually what I go through when I'm going through my triggers. So this dead relationship trigger, it's a new trigger of mine. Triggers don't stop, y'all. This is definitely a new trigger of mine. And it's been uncomfortable to go through, but it hasn't been bad. It hasn't been, but I don't like it. So it was triggering. It's a triggering thought. So I felt shame. I felt ashamed, and I felt triggered through after this journal question. Amber?
Oh, go ahead, Marquita. Then I'll go.
Sorry, I keep interrupting everybody.
It is okay, Queen.
Okay. When I was doing mine, I felt like shocked. I felt like a little bit of embarrassment, because I'm like, dang, because the first thing that came to my mind was my first relationship. Even though that was back in high school, it was like very traumatic. And then just a lot of other things that are like my assault is still lingering on because it's still like an open case, so it's just not going away. But I don't know, it's just eye-opening, I guess you can say, because it's like this is stuff that I don't think I'm dealing with, but it is there. It may not be in my face every day, but it's back there somewhere. Yeah.
What did you think about when you thought about your first relationship in high school? Like what category was that in? The throwaway or the unpack?
It was unpacking and throwing away. Cause like I moved out when I was 16 in with him. when I was like
Okay.
17-ish.
How old
I
was
moved.
he?
Oh, he was 18. He was in
Oh,
high school still. He was like, we were a year apart. I
okay.
moved in with his parents, very ghetto, but you know. But yeah, he turned out to be abusive, and you know, his parent. This is why I view it kind of off subject, but why I view religion this way, because they were diehard Christians, but they knew what
Mhm.
he was doing. And his father looked at me and said, "Some women just need to be hit. If you say something he don't like, I can't say nothing to you." And like even
Mm.
just me remembering that verbatim, I'm realizing that it's still an issue. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'm still unpacking that, and the fact that I had his family was still liking my stuff on Facebook, and I had to block all of them and whatnot. But yeah, that's still an issue, but getting
That
over
definitely sounds like it goes in the unpacking and throwing away category.
it. Definitely.
It's a lot of
Go ahead, Shayna.
there's a lot of build up in what you're unpacking. You might need to unpack that part before you can even throw it away.
I
You
think
Yeah.
so.
how his father saying some women just need to be hit. Boom, that's
Mm-hmm.
a triggering statement within itself. Outside of everything that you just said, that one statement can be unpacked.
Definitely.
Why does that one statement trigger me? That might stem from something from childhood or something from another relationship. But I would definitely suggest you break just that portion down into several different sections to unpack it before you decide to get rid of it or not to think about it. Because if we throw things away too soon,
Mm-hmm.
they come back. When I started my self-love journey in 2017, I was running away from my younger self. I like saw the light. My eye is open. I'm gonna be all about this peace, love, and positivity and all this extra shit. And then all the stuff from my younger self that I was running away from kept reappearing.
Yeah.
I ran away from it. Like it kept reappearing in my actions, my reactions, in the mirror, everything I was doing with the things I was saying, the people I was surrounding myself, my younger self kept popping up. So I was like, all right, pause. You think you started your self-love journey. You got some unpacking to do, sweetheart, because you can't even reach this level where you want to reach because this shit from back here just keep popping up.
Yes.
Repeat pain.
Yes.
I'm definitely gonna do that. Yeah. I think it'd be helpful.
Thank you for sharing.
And Marquita, how
You're
are you
welcome.
again?
24.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you're in your early 20s, just to get an idea of how that time frame.
Yeah. It's everything's like very close, and it always seemed like someone's back to back to back. You know, now looking back, I realize it was like that, but when it's happening, it's just like, oh, whatever, whatever. But when you're looking back, it's like, oh, it's all back to back.
That repeat pain is real.
Yeah.
And my unpacking, I put my past hurts, specifically my relationship with my mom. And that made me feel like, I don't know, like for the first time. So yesterday or the day before yesterday, I went over to my grandmother's house and my mom was there. And, you know, that's just not uncommon for my mom to be at my grandmother's house when I go over there. I visit my grandmother like she's my mother. Like I visit her that regularly. And I spoke to her or whatever. It was very brief or whatever. I left. My mom left. And my grandmother was like, "Did you speak to your mother?" I was like, "Yeah, I spoke to her." She was like, "Okay." But it was in that it was in that day that I realized that something in my heart literally was like, and this was the first time this has happened in literally years, I could say, that a feeling in my heart was like, just I don't want to say, I don't know if should say like finally ready to be done with this current state of our relationship, or finally ready to change it or improve it. But there's a change that's happening in my heart. Like I'm unpacking some things in my heart around the current dynamic of the relationship with my mom. And so to do this journal exercise today, right after kind of on the heels of me feeling that, I didn't act on it. I didn't say anything to her. I didn't just it was events as usual, but my heart did feel different. Like where I normally wouldn't feel anything, I felt something like moving. So that's so I'm just like really, this is kind of reiterated or bringing up the fact that I guess this is something that I'm ready to do, which I guess I know I need to do. I have to do in order to get, you know, there's so much like peace that comes with handling, like unpacking and throwing things away that we don't need to hang on to. So that's where I'm at right now with that.
I'm so happy to hear you say that.
I knew you was gonna be happy, huh?
Because as much as you act like you didn't want to care, Amber, you cared.
I mean, I care about my mom. I love her, but I care about my mom. I love her, period. However, or however you start the next sentence, it's just still like, this is still so much more for me than it is for anybody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that's deep in me that I have to, like, we always talk about still doing the healing and doing the work. Like, this is something that I have to heal and work on and unpack, really. And I've just been like avoiding it because there's been so many other more things that I could do. But now it's just like, okay, this is the front and center stage one, which I never thought I would get to. I thought I could just avoid it for the rest of my life, but here it is right now. So I'm dealing with it.
But you're not alone, because I mean, my mother doesn't want to heal with me. But healing that mother wound is so crucial, especially with how I show up as a mother. Hold on. Eve is coming back in.
Okay.
So I'm getting to the part of my life where I'm like, you know what? I just have to live to inspire. And again, like I said, your people who trigger you will teach you the most about you. I'm using all the moments that my mother triggers me as an opportunity to heal as well. One, I'm breaking generational curses. So I can't fault my mother for being under a curse that I'm breaking. Two, I'm supposed to be better. That's one thing that's making me heal when it comes to my mother. Three, through my healing, I show my mom how to heal. That's one thing she couldn't do for me. She didn't teach me self-love. She don't know what it is to heal. I gotta stop being mad at her for not knowing that. And I gotta show her how to do it. She gotta do it through me. And three, the more I heal with my mom, the more I show up as a better parent to my son. And if you can do that before your kids get here, you're doing so much for your child that's not born. So heal on mother wounds. If I had anything from like a mother's perspective, do the healing before the kid gets here. You don't want to do that healing while the kid is here.
That's good, Shayna. That's so good. We in here real life, like rolling up our sleeves, doing the work.
Yeah, this shit ain't for the weak. And it ain't for people who want to be victims.
Yes.
It's not for people who want to be victims. It's not for people who want to point fingers. My cousin,
outside of themselves. And that's what I found. So many people want to point the finger outside of themselves. And so many people have been speaking the narrative language of victimhood that they don't even recognize they're speaking it. And it's just like that from a person who chooses to be a survivor is very, very, it touches my spirit because I can just see like you're choosing to participate in how your life is the way it is. Like change it or stop talking about it.
Yeah.
But don't continue to think that life is happening to you.
Talking to my cousin, and she is just listing all the ways that she's pregnant. Let me catch y'all up. My cousin is she's having a baby by her godchild's father. Yeah, her right.
What?
She's having a baby by her godfather's child. One.
Her godfather's.
That's one.
Oh, her godfather's child.
Godson.
Okay.
Father.
Okay, exactly. Her godson's
father. So say if you had a baby, Amber, you made your baby, made me the godmom of your baby. I'm now pregnant from your baby daddy. Yeah. Y'all get it? Like,
okay. So that's your cousin. Okay. Yeah, okay.
All right, that's one.
Yeah.
That's the main one for me. Because she spent years with her friend and her godchild, and she knows how he shows up as a father. He don't. So two, she's now pregnant. And she's talking to me and she's venting and she's telling me everything, what's wrong with him. She never once said anything about herself. She never once said anything about how Eve started off toxic. She didn't even mention her friend who done labeled her godmom of her son. She didn't talk about that. And whenever I would bring up something that would point the finger back at her, she was cutting off the conversation. And I'm sharing this all with you all just to remind y'all that we're not in a victimhood mindset, and that is something to celebrate because there's so many people out there that's so deep in the victimhood mindset, they can't even see that they're in the victimhood mindset. She is dead set on how she feels about this man, but never once said, I chose him. One, I knew he was a shitty father before I started dating with him. Two, I decided to have unprotected sex and get pregnant. Three, like she hasn't mentioned anything that she did that got her to where she's at right now. It is everyone else's fault. That is not a place I want to ever be at. And if I'm in it, I need y'all to let me know so I'm aware of it. It's not a place that I want to die. We always talk about age. No, there's people who hit 80, 90, and 100 who never go on that journey with themselves, who are victims their entire lifetime, their entire lifespans. Age don't mean shit when it comes to this healing work. There's no stages in the healing. Oh, when you're 25, you must be at this part of your healing work. And you're 40, you must know. Because there's 50-year-olds that ain't started. There's 60-year-olds that ain't started. There's 70-year-olds that won't, not even close to starting their self-love journey because they're so stuck in their traditions and their ways and their mindset, and they don't even want to open up their mind to see and learn different shit. That's how we get them old white folks who still racist. There's no reason why y'all still racist. You ain't never woke up. It's little things like that. Amber, you frozen, queen? Is she frozen on your end? Okay.
Can you see me?
Yeah, you back, queen. You back.
Okay.
All right. I'm done with my little
rant. You preach on that. I mean, so what did your cousin say when you tried? Did you bring those points up?
She just
circled back to like,
oh, I did this to her because this is what I do with my clients. I give a yes or no question or 2 answer questions. You have to answer. Don't give me everything else around it. So we got into her child's father, and I said, is he a good father or a bad father? I asked her 5 times before she gave me a real answer. She kept giving me explanations and stories and this. And I said, I ain't asked you none of that shit, cousin. I asked you 1 question with 2 answers, good or bad. Tell me right now. She didn't want to say bad because she's pregnant with this man's child. And she didn't want to say good because she's seen how he's showed up as a father. She didn't know what to say. And then she finally said it. Bad, Shay. Bad. There goes 1. That's 1. I broke through that way, and that's it. That's the only way I could break through before you
made her say it though.
Yeah, before she was ready to curse me out.
Yeah, she was like, okay, hell no, this is not what I wanted to hear. This is not what I would.
She just wanted to vent. I was about to not be her cousin by the end of the call. she was done with me. I'm like,
my cousin.
Go ahead.
My cousin be like, okay, I need to talk to you, not as a life coach. I need to talk to you as my cousin. Okay. And I'm just like, okay, got it. I understand. So you don't want me to say shit about all the things I'm really thinking. I'm just listening right now. Dang, this shit's real.
Speaking on cousins, my cousin just texted me, said, I have a request for the merch shop. I need a tank top. She lives in Florida, y'all.
Okay, we get merch requests, styles of shirts, y'all. The merch shop is open and it's litty. I finally have to just see all the things that I want. There's a code for 25% off all merch right now. Patreons always have a code that's 10%, but there is a 25% code going on right now. That if you guys all the month of April, the rest of the month. So our merch shop is lit. We would love you guys to have merch, to share it, to post it. I can't wait.
I can't wait.
Have my mask on, have my shirt on. I want a crop top too. While we at it, crop tops and tank tops. Herpes can never.
I'm down for that.
Okay, well, today's been like really good. And it's been really good. We're showing up. We're doing the work. I so appreciate you guys taking the time out of your schedules to make yourself a priority. I love that everyone said that what makes them strong or what their joys were, and just how showing up for yourself and your self-love is on the list, and you are prioritizing you by being here. So I'm just grateful for each of you guys showing up tonight and for supporting us at the level that you do, being one of our Patreons. We're so grateful to have your support. The next time you'll catch us. So we're on Clubhouse tomorrow, Shayna?
Yes, we are. No,
okay.
Instagram. We're on Instagram and Facebook tomorrow.
Okay, Instagram Live instead of Clubhouse at 8:30 a.m. still.
I feel like I want to bring the Instagram following on over, and Clubhouse is trickling down.
Okay.
So everyone will be able to see me, you, Euphoria's face tomorrow on Instagram, and then we'll just stream. I'll be streaming the sound out
into Facebook.
Yeah, into Facebook.
Okay, so tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Healing Wednesdays will be on Instagram Live. Hope you guys can catch us there. And we're back here on Friday night for our Sex and Self-Care Fridays. Okay. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you showing up for yourself. And herpes could never. Shayna.
I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We're doing the work. We're putting in the work. I'm excited to just dive into our journal entries tomorrow.
No, right?
Yeah. We discovered a lot of things about ourselves today. And this is healing in real time. You even getting to see me and Amber.
Healing through our shit.
Shit, herpes, you put that to the side. That's some other shit I got.
No.
I do some working.
Ain't that it? And when you heal those other areas, you'll start to see, man, herpes can never. When you put it in the perspective and grand scheme of things, you'll realize doing this work will be literally, it's helping you with your herpes, and it's like you don't even know it, but it really is having great impacts all over your life.
I'm not even gonna lie. Leslie, Eve, or Marquita, since being on this journey and getting okay with herpes, how do you feel when you see the sob stories now in the groups?
I don't even know what to say to them. I'm like, it's a big world out there.
Don't you feel like, why are you sad?
It's like, it's not, once you get comfortable with yourself and like realize it's a mustard seed. It's nothing. It ain't that big of a deal.
People be like, I just found out last week. And I'll be like, you crying to a bunch of people who had it for 10, 15, 5, 8 years now. I try to be sensitive and go back to where I was, but then again, I didn't have a group to cry to neither. I kind of just kept that shit to me. So I don't know. I guess we all have our way of feeling, but I can't wait until that part changes when people find out and they don't feel that feeling. I can't wait to change that narrative. Again, I appreciate you all. I won't keep y'all that long because my little rants, I feel one coming. So I'm gonna hang up now before another one come. And then y'all it's right.
Hey, I'm with the shits. I'm with the shits. I might go over on Facebook Live.
All right, say no more then. I'll see you on Facebook. I love y'all.
Love y'all. Peace.
I'm lying.
Good night.